We like to say people kind.
That's not even a scary costume.
How dare you! Alrighty, guys. I'm assuming you guys have seen all these blackface pictures that are coming out on Justin Trudeau. If you haven't seen them, you'll see them on the screen now. And this wasn't just on one occasion, this was on multiple occasions. Like, personally, I could care less that Justin Trudeau dressed up in blackface on multiple occasions in his past. The messed up part is, though, this guy participates in woke cancellation culture. And the media has honestly been very forgiving for him. What a surprise, right? Because just imagine if it was Donald Trump or one of Donald Trump's sons that was caught in blackface on multiple occasions, you would never hear the end of it. But all of a sudden Justin Trudeau does it, and all of a sudden the media is all about it being accepting and forgiving and moving on. It turns out that some of these pictures were actually screenshots to a home movie that Justin Trudeau did a while back. And let's just say that home movie was pretty interesting. Either Justin Trudeau is hung like a horse or he has something in his pants. Yikes. And look at this, like even his knees are in blackface, okay? His entire body. This isn't just blackface, this is black body. He's gone above and beyond what anybody else would do. There's more to the video, but it basically just shows people rafting. It doesn't really show Justin Trudeau. Like, I get the whole, dressing up for an Arabian Nights themed party, but why are you dressed up in blackface for a summer camp rafting event? Seems a little odd to me. Shortly after this video was published, the Toronto Star removed the video from public viewing. They set it private so nobody could watch it, almost like they were trying to cover up the video. But tons of people had already downloaded it and were spreading it like wildfire. So 7 hours later, they decided to make it public again. Let's watch Justin Trudeau try to apologize to the public and explain to these reporters. It's pretty interesting.
Do you think you should resign?
Would you have called for them to step down?
I think there are people who've made mistakes in this life, and you make decisions based on what they actually do, what they did, and on a case-by-case basis.
What? That's not an answer, dude. He asked if you should resign. You didn't answer.
Is that the only time in your life you've ever done something like that?
When I was in high school, I dressed up at a talent show and sang Dale with makeup on.
Okay. So let's get this straight. This is him responding after just the first picture was released. And the reporters are asking, hey, did you ever do this on another occasion? And Justin Trudeau knew he did this on another occasion. So he talks about the time that he dressed up in blackface for a song at some school or something. But that's literally not the only other time he did this. He never talked about the fact that he dressed up in blackface for a summer camp rafting event. He never talked about that one. How many times have you dressed up in blackface in your life, man? Come on. I gotta say, this sure doesn't look good for your re-election.
I want to begin by saying a few words directly to racialized Canadians who face discrimination every single day in their lives, even in a country like Canada.
Racialized Canadians. Okay.
What I did hurt them, hurt people who shouldn't have to face intolerance and discrimination because of their identity. This is something that I deeply, deeply regret. Darkening your face, regardless of the context or the circumstances, is always unacceptable because of the racist history of blackface. I should have understood that then, and I never should have done it.
Honestly, yeah, you should have understood that then. And like, how do you dress up in complete blackface on like 5 different occasions? Like, I'm bewildered, especially somebody as woke and progressive as yourself.
Last night on the plane, when we asked you if the picture that emerged in the Time report was the only time you had done this, you left us with the impression there was only one other incident. And since then, Global News has released a video which seems to show that there was at least a third incident. So exactly how many times have you darkened your skin with makeup in an act that you have yourself described as racist?
I shared the moments that I recollected, but I recognize that it is something absolutely unacceptable to do. And yeah, I appreciate calling it makeup, but it was blackface. And that is just not right.
So let me get this straight. You've donned yourself in complete black body on so many occasions that you can't even remember how many times you did it? Yikes, dude. Yikes.
So, Mr. Trudeau, how many times? Is it just the 3 that we know about, or are there more incidents? Because you know people are looking for them. And if a candidate were to come forward now with this in their history, would you allow them to run for the Liberals in this election?
I think that's a question that we would look at every step of the way.
What, mate? That sure didn't sound like an answer to me. That just sounded like a word salad. Something tells me he doesn't want to answer this because he knows he's probably done it on more than just the 4 or 5 occasions that have already came out. Oh my.
Afternoon, Mr. Trudeau. Teresa Wright from the Canadian Press. You said just a few minutes ago that you told us last night on the plane that of all of the different instances that you recalled, have you since been made aware or remembered of other instances, and if so, how many?
I think it is obvious that this is something that was deeply regrettable. I am wary of being definitive about this because the recent pictures that came out I had not remembered. And I think the question is, how can you not remember that?
Yeah, I think the question is that, dude. Like, how can you not remember that? You must have done it on so many occasions that it's just slipping your mind. Or you're conveniently forgetting so you could politically posture.
Michelle Zilio with the Globe and Mail. In 2001, students were being expelled for wearing blackface and brownface from schools. There was also a Spike Lee movie about it in 2001. When did you realize that blackface was racist?
I think...
Oh, no, dude. The long, delaying, like, sighing and stuff just really shows. Just does not look good for you, dude.
As I've said, the privilege of representing the community of Papineau, a extraordinarily multicultural community where any given crowd looks a lot like this crowd here in Winnipeg, of people of every different background, of every different origin, and the responsibility of not just sticking up for people of all different backgrounds, but fighting for them.
Don't you see? I was blinded by my white privilege. I just couldn't tell that blackface was wrong. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at my white privilege. Oh my, this guy is truly a piece of work, isn't he? He just wants everybody to move on. This is the same guy that calls Donald Trump racist all the time. But now you're in hot water, and you just want everybody to move on, don't you? Just imagine if Donald Trump or one of his sons did this. Just imagine how much you would hear about it on the media. You'd never hear the end of it. What do you guys think about this whole situation with Justin Trudeau wearing blackface on multiple occasions? Do you guys think he'll get reelected? Do you think he'll lose to another party? Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Let me know in the comments below. Well, apart from that, guys, I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you actually liked the video, please share it with your friends because you know YouTube won't. Also, if you want to support the channel, think about becoming a patron or buying some of our merch. We have links to all of this in the description below. Well, that's it for this one, you guys. Hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.